Hi, Price Team. Adam Ruff here again with Austen Albers.
How we doing, Price Team?
Price Team. So Austin, you've been in the trades working with Price since what? October, November.
November 14th, I want to say, was the starting date.
Yep. And before that, you were doing other types of trades things.
Yep, I've been in Florida for the last 2.5 years. So the first 2 years down here in Florida, I was doing air conditioning and heating. I was a service technician, so I went ahead and got to learn how to troubleshoot circuits and control boards, pretty much everything that I would need to use in the electrical field, and then also replacing disconnects, breakers, etc., stuff like that.
Yeah, so like anything to deal with the AC and heating and cooling industry.
Yeah,
pretty much touched it all. Or?
Exactly, touched it all. Yeah, I did installs, just about everything. Ductwork. In Florida, it's not actually sheet metal as duct. It's a duct board, which is a fiberglass material.
Yeah. What's the reasoning?
Because the climate in Florida is pretty humid. So if you have cold air mixed with the humid temperatures, it's going to create a dew point where the ducts are going to sweat and leak moisture everywhere. So that's why we use duct board here.
Yeah, different.
Yep.
So then you got how'd you hear about Price?
I met Kristen and Jeremy through my parents. My parents are really good friends with them, and then they saw me working in the air conditioning field, and we were talking back and forth. And once I heard they were opening a branch here in Florida, I went ahead and got on the Price team and never looked back.
Yeah, and it's been like you almost started right after the hurricane.
Literally right after the hurricane. I think a month after, August, September, October. When was it? I think like 2 months after the hurricane, I started. Yeah.
So you jumped right into the fire.
Right into the thick of things,
Yeah, and the cool part down here is, if anybody hasn't been down here, they're rehabbing a lot of electrical equipment to get it temporaried in, and fixing everything that was busted up.
Which is basically everything. Yeah. Was busted up.
But the cool part is they get to do a lot of troubleshooting, trying to figure things out. Rip old gear apart. It looked like most of it was from like the 70s.
A lot of them were from 70s, 80s old. Yeah. They were probably due to possibly replace anyway. So some of it might come some good out of it.
Yeah. So like getting to tear the gear apart and see how it all went together, I think that's going to serve some of these guys long in their career. Like,
it helped me a lot because I had never even touched a meter in my life until I started working for Price. And as soon as the first 2 weeks I was here, I got educated on what everything was inside a meter stack, and from there I just went ahead, and I'm a nerd, so I like to go home, read a little bit of stuff, educate myself on gear or anything that I'm trying to work on.
Yeah, you can learn a lot from YouTube.
YouTube is definitely something I watch too much of.
Yeah, well, I wish I had it when I was a kid.
I know. There's a lot of opportunities just being created from YouTube, knowledge-wise.
Knowledge, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite thing to do in the electrical trade?
I'd have to say it might be doing gear. I think working on gear is easily probably my favorite because it's generally not as easy as most of the other things. So I like to challenge myself, and some of them gears it's a tight fit in there with all the wires. I like to problem solve how we're going to do things and get it done.
Yeah, working on switch gear, that's where it all
love it.
Where it starts at the owner's spot.
Correct.
So work-wise, that's your work-wise. Personal-wise, you got family, kids?
Yep, I got 2 kids. I have a boy that's 11, and my daughter is 9 months old, and a handful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I also live down here in Florida with my girlfriend, who's also from Iowa, and I moved her down here.
Nice. Yeah, that, and then what do you do for like hobbies, fun stuff? I know it sounded like you like the outdoors and stuff.
Lots of outdoor stuff. I'm a big snowboarder, big into sports, so I try to go watch some Buccaneers games, all that good stuff. But my main hobby down here is fishing by a long shot.
Yeah.
I would say golf, but my golf swing's nothing to be proud of yet, so I'll hold off another year.
Yeah, and you were telling me about some of the fish that are popular to catch down here.
Yep, popular fish. Most game fish down here that fishermen like to catch are snook, tarpon, drum, triple tail. Sheep's heads are really good too, and
Yeah.
mangrove snapper.
Nice.
Yep.
And then we were talking a little bit before about the hunting. What types of things do people hunt down here?
Down here, they hunt alligators, obviously,
Yeah.
and I know that people hunt big old boars. And I didn't know this, but they have bears in Florida,
yeah,
which you
blackberries.
can't. I don't think you can hunt them, but that's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one yet, and there's bobcats, I believe, as well.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I've seen like my old customers when I was doing AC, they would always show me videos of, all these black panthers running by their backyard
no
and
kidding.
stuff. Oh, 100, because they live right on the edge of preserves here.
Yeah.
So I mean, they were running through in and out their camera all the time. So I got to see videos like that, but I haven't seen one
yeah.
personally.
I'd like to see that.
I know,
Those
that'd be-
are badass looking.
They're a real deal. I saw a boar across the road one night on 6 Mile Cypress and kind of scared the heck out of me.
Yeah,
But
the wild cats probably like those.
I'm sure they eat them good. Some good eating right there. A lot of it.
Yeah, just a little bit different hunting. It's crazy. And then you got the pythons took over.
Yep,
There's
pythons in the Everglades, which I will do no part in that.
Yeah.
I see a snake, I run. Doesn't matter if it's a foot long
Yeah,
or.
there are many snakes around here.
There are. I mean, there's definitely a bunch down here in
Yeah.
our area, but just nothing crazy big like that. I've seen probably like 4. I was working on a condenser unit,
Oh,
and I squatted down to start working on a capacitor and a contactor. I looked down, and there's a snake just staring at me.
oh,
Oh, I dropped all my tools and ran. We still got life here.
yeah, we're still good.
We still got life.
Having mic problems before.
Lots of them.
But yeah, the hunting, and then you were saying after high school you went to Colorado
Yep.
and did some stuff out
Used to
there.
live in Colorado for 3-4 years. So I got to mountain bike. My main thing there was snowboarding.
Yeah.
A lot of my buddies worked at a ski resort, which is Crested Butte, pretty small ski resort. So I got to ski for free year round. I mean,
Pretty awesome.
unbeatable. Can't beat it.
And then you came down to Florida after Colorado? Or
Yep.
did you
After
go?
Colorado, I came. I went back to Iowa for like 6 months. That's when I started working for that other company.
Yeah.
And then went ahead and just made the jump. Told my parents I'd like to be closer to them, and moved here. And it was a great choice.
Yeah. It's nice down here. You guys got the perfect working environment. They're working on the beach on this job and most of the jobs. So.
And I think 9 out of 10 jobs we have are going to be on the water.
Yeah, geez.
Yep.
Take a break, take your lunch break, and fish.
Yeah, me and Tommy, one of the foremen here, we actually used to bring our pole. We have another job, which is Bay Beach Village, and it's along one of the canals on Fort Myers Beach, and there's docks everywhere. So we went and fished it.
Yeah.
He caught like a big old lady fish, which
Oh, no kidding.
you only want to catch those for bait.
Oh,
Cut them up and use them as bait. But it was pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
lunch break, just out there fishing.
Yeah.
And there's mullet where we were fishing by those docks, and they were jumping probably 2-3 foot out of the water.
Yeah. Well, where Nick is working or somewhere different?
Somewhere different, but that's also a very cool spot.
Yeah.
Nick's at Hibiscus.
Hibiscus, we were there the other day, and there was manatees swimming around.
Oh yeah, we saw dolphins over there when Chase, one of the Resi girls from Des Moines, was here. And you can't beat it. I mean, we saw sheep's head all over the docks down there. I didn't have my pole that day, or else I would have got us some dinner.
Yeah. So working down here, and you're working towards being a leader down here. I can see
That's definitely what I'm interested in doing.
Yeah. So last part, I always like to end these on, what if there's something you want people to know about you or your legacy here at Price, what is that?
As far as getting, knowing me a little better, probably, I'm about as nice as it gets. Try to do the right thing at all times, especially at work. And then I always like to just help people out, which makes me happy as well. Hopefully it makes them happy.
Yeah.
So,
but, comes back full circle.
Always full circle. What goes around comes around. So I always just try to go out of my way and help people that I think might need a little help, or maybe need a little more knowledge in something that I have knowledge in and they don't.
Yeah.
If I see that happening, I always like to just implement my 2 cents in there. Maybe it's not good, maybe it's bad, but they can use it with however they want to use that.
Yeah, so I've been around you a couple of days. That's what I've noticed from you is, you're open minded, want to learn, you're like thirst for knowledge is
Yes,
a lot what I see. And
very.
open minded, try new things, and you want to learn everything, and you're always willing to lend a hand and help the next guy out. If they don't understand a task, you take the time to train them and help them understand it. We were talking about the waste thing before, and spitballing and how do you solve that waste. You had an idea like right away, and it was a great idea, and you implemented it right away. So
Sure
that was
do.
cool to see. So continue that, please.
Always try.
Yeah. Well, Price Team, Austin.
Pleasure. Hopefully, I meet you guys, some of you guys, sooner or later.
Yeah, it sounds like they'll be installing gear in the fall and summer. So
I'm sure we'll need hands on deck, baby.
Yeah.
I'd like to get to the Robin's shop at some point. I know I've talked about it with KP and JP, but I'm sure at some point I'll end up going there.
Yeah.
I don't know what for, but I definitely am interested just to see it, see how everything's going, how you guys do things there.
Yeah.
Maybe go to work there for a little bit and just see how maybe foremen are doing things that I could do better down here, stuff like that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We'll definitely make that happen.
I think it's really good training as well, just to see different environments and how different ways of doing things. Like this work that we're doing is going to be, I mean, a total difference from the work that you guys are doing in Iowa. So
true that.
just like to see everything.
Yeah. Well, and you can see learn. That's what you're getting at. Learn from it. But.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you guys
for doing this.
Anytime.
Well, stop it.